We're breaking down Nights by Frank Ocean today. So yeah, this track is basically, the way I broke it up is into sort of like 4 parts. It's a lot, so buckle up. Alright, we're gonna start off right away. I call it a guitar. It's some sort of whatever sound, playing some chords. And we're just gonna start and get into the beat real quick with some vocals.
Round your city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make everybody equal. Although you got buku family.
We're gonna go through this section pretty quickly. So basically we have this really cool chord progression, giving us a 4-bar loop.
Round your city, round the clock.
I particularly love how it goes up this bow. It just sounds really good. Snare on the 2 and the 4. You're gonna notice this cool thing with the hat too. Notice how it's gonna be like reversed whenever it's white.
Round your city, round the clock.
You can hear how here they're just going but at the beginning they're reversed.
Round your city, round the clock.
I just think that's kind of interesting because later in the beat, all the way at the end, I think, you're gonna have something similar with the kick. Whip. That's just a reverse kick. So yeah, it seems like the producer on this track, who I'll put the names here. So go ahead and do that if you haven't done that before. But yeah, basically what we're going to see here is we're going to have a kick come in. We're going to have some more layering come into this first section with like some atmosphere. I'll note this as we get there. But the main thing I want to point out is how we're able to have this chord progression going for so long. Looks like about a minute 30 or so, largely because the vocal line, as you can see, I broke them up into 4-bar chunks based on that chord progression. They're going to be a little bit different every time. They're not hitting exactly the same. There's different melodies in different orders, and this just helps us listen to the track and have it be interesting. Keep that in mind, and here we go.
Round your city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make everybody equal. Although you got buku family, you don't even got nobody being honest with you. Breathe till I evaporated. My whole body see-through, transportation handmade. And I know it better than most people. I don't trust them anyways. You can't break the law with them. Get some good shit, have a calm night. Shooters killing left and right. Working through your worst night. If I get my money right, you know I won't need you. And I tell you, I hope the sack is full up. I'm fucking, no, I'm fucked up. Spend it when I get that. I ain't trying to keep you, can't keep.
Cool. Let me just point out this atmospheric part and this little chord part. So at this point the beat drops.
Oh, I won't need you, and I tell you.
You can hear a little do-do-do-do, a chord playing, a nice little pad. And then you get this yeah.
I hope.
And I really like this atmospheric section here. Just listen to the background. Like it definitely adds to the beat, but it's not really in your face. It's just like you start hearing some activity in the background. You do get this like whoa thing happening on, looks like, first part of every bar.
I hope. I'm fucking.
That's just cool. I just like how it's very subtle, but it's back there. And then you'll just hear some other stuff, like I said, like just listen.
It's full up. I'm fucking, no, I'm fucked up.
Like you can hear some people going like, whoa, whoa.
Fucking, no, I'm fucked up. Spend it when I get that. I ain't trying to keep you, can't keep.
It's in there, especially if you have headphones, that might help you hear it. But okay, we're just gonna keep moving along. This is kind of like adding some more vibe to the beat.
Keep you, can't keep up a conversation, can't nobody read you. Why your eyes well up? Did you call me from a seance? You were from my past life. Hope you're doing well, bro. I've been out here head first, always like the head first. Signal coming in and out. Hope you're doing well, bro. Everybody needs you. Everybody needs you. Ooh, 90-90. This feel like a quaalude. No sleep.
I just realized there's another sound that I didn't really hear as much when I first broke this down that I'll point out.
Ooh, 90.
It seems like it's kind of this like glitchy like cell phone sort of like ding. It just happens. It looks like it happens like that.
Ooh, 90. This feel like a quaalude.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I think that might be happening. Let's see. That might be happening this whole time.
Everybody needs you.
When I first broke this down, I broke it down on my one monitor because whenever I produce or mix, I just use one speaker. But now that I'm on headphones, sometimes you hear things. I'll hear things I didn't actually hear before. So just keep note that might be happening more often. I'm just gonna take it out for now because it's gonna make the video look messy, but it's in there.
Ooh, 90. This feel like a quaalude. No sleep in my body. Ain't no bitch in my body. New beginning.
Okay, so I know we didn't talk all that much about this first section, but like I said, I think there's just so much track to get through, and I just think it's important to note how we're able to just keep hearing this thing, I think largely because his melody, the melodies he uses and the order of those melodies keeps changing. And yeah, it's a pretty, keeps changing. And it's pretty simple beat. It's really nice. Get this really good atmosphere. We're going to get more stuff like this later on that I think is really neat about this track, just like the usage of background vocals. At least in my experience, sometimes background vocals, I love background vocals, but they can, I don't know, to me this is just a new way to get them because they're like subtle in the back, kind of sloppy at times, but we'll get more into that soon. So basically here we're now getting ready to go into part 2/3.
Ain't no bitch in my body. New beginning.
And I want to say from a mix perspective, we get this little like explosion here.
New beginning.
And when you're listening in the headphones, it gets very stereo with this explosion.
New beginning.
And then once this new beat comes in, we get it more monoed, which I think just kind of helps bring focus in. So now in this new beat, we're gonna get a pad. This beat's so good.
Body. New beginning. New beginnings. Wake up high, the sun's going down. Time to start your day, bro. Can't keep being late on. Oh, you need the money if you gon' survive every night.
Alright, let me reorder this real quick just to make it easier to look at. Alright, so the new beat, pretty simple. We've just got a hat going on 8th notes, is it? Looks like 8th notes.
New beginning.
We got more kicks.
New beginning. New beginning.
Of course, snare on the 2 and the 4, vocal melody, pad. This little like guitar thing does stick around a little bit. Let's listen.
New beginning. New beginnings. Wake up high, the sun's going down. Time to start your day, bro. Can't keep being late on.
You can really hear it like around here. You can hear it again over here.
Dropping baby off at home.
So yeah, just keep note that it actually does stick around a little bit, which is just a nice bridge from this section to this one. I just think this one has such a different feel that I think it's worth making it its own new thing. I wonder if the snares are the same though.
New beginning.
Let's see, we hear those snares there.
Past life, hope you're doing.
This might be the same snare as this one.
Past life, hope you.
It's just that this snare might just be low passed, and now here it is fully open.
New beginning.
In fact, I think that's probably the deal, if I had to guess. But okay, whatever. Let's just keep moving. This section's very strange because this first phrase here is going to be 5 bars, and then the next phrase is going to be 4 bars. So just check that out.
New beginning. New beginnings. Wake up high, the sun's going down. Time to start your day, bro. Can't keep being late on. Oh, you need the money if you gon' survive every night, shit, every day, shit. Dropping baby off at home before my night, shit. You know I can't hear none of that, spend the night, shit. Kumbaya, shit. On the Wanna see Nirvana, but don't wanna die. Yeah. Wanna feel it, none of them come by. Fuck with me after my shit. Know them boys wanna see you broke down and shit, bummed out and shit, stressed out and shit. That's everyday shit. Shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation.
This is awesome. This might be my favorite part. This is probably my favorite part of the track. It's just cruising. It's rolling. It's a good time. All right, so if you saw that, this was 5 bars, and then this chunk, which I feel like makes up its own idea, is 4. I mapped it out, so hopefully that made some sense. We get the introduction of the bass here to help keep things interesting, to help get us deeper into the groove. We are going to have a couple of vocal harmonies. I don't think I mapped those out. But before I do that, there's just a couple like little things that spice up the track. So in this first 5-bar sequence, you're gonna get this little like weird string sound.
Hey, bro. Can't keep being laid on.
Burn.
Can't keep being laid on. You know you need the money if you gon' survive.
Then you're gonna get another like weird zoomy sound. Check that out.
Dropping baby off at home before my night shit. You know I can hear none of that spend the night shit. Kumbaya shit.
I did map the vocal harmony. Fuck yeah. Alright, so basically... Sorry, this one took a while to map, and I kind of got a little spaced on it. But yeah, these little vocal harmonies come in. They also are just adding more vibe to this beat to help keep it interesting, help adding things as we keep it moving.
In the night shit. Kumbaya shit. Wanna see Nirvana, but don't wanna die. Yeah. Wanna feel it, none of them come by. Fuck with me, I wanna die. Yeah. Wanna feel it, none of them come by. Fuck with me after my shit. Know them boys wanna see you broke down and shit, bummed out and shit, stressed out and shit. That's everyday shit. Shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation. Rolling marijuana, that's a cheap vacation. My everyday shit, every night shit, everyday shit.
And now we're gonna just start to vanish into this new conundrum, this new like vortex of sound. And to do that, we're gonna have this big breath sound that really helps like transport us there. So listen for this. This is kind of like the magician throwing a smoke bomb before they run away. Yeah, alright, so let's talk about this. And straight up, I'm not exact here. I'm just not. I didn't want to be exact because it was already taking a long time to do this. So yeah, but basically, we have our little smoke bomb. You know, just take someone breathing, throw some reverb on it. The Flutter 1 effect in Ableton is really good for stuff like that. Throw on a tape echo and some reverb. You'll be fine. Now, the pad, let's bring it down here. The pad plays a really big role. It just kind of like serves as this bridge between the two sections. Alright, so these vocals are harmonized again. You can hear them.
all my life. Been ready for you all my life.
So the main thing is going, all my life. But you can hear him going lower.
All my life.
All my life. Hear those in the side channels especially. Listen, like, I cut some corners here. There's some harmonies going on. I let you know, so just, you know, figure that out. Now at this part, I don't know if the bass is part of the pad. I don't think it actually like truly enters here, but there is some bass happening, so I felt like I should insert it. The strings I do really want to point out because you'll start to hear this higher up sound entering that just adds to the drama of these pads. All right, now this is just a beautiful, beautiful part right here. Like, we're getting deep into this pads. We get some of this. You're starting to hear some more bass. These strings are coming in. The strings, like as you're listening. Well, let's just take one more step back. So you get hit with the smoke bomb. Now you're getting the pads coming in, and you're just like, okay. Or the pads are taking on a more prominent role with just these vocals. So you're really stripping things down. It's like you just entered a vortex, and all that's there is Frank, his voice, and these pads. Like you've entered the void. And then as you're in there, just like kind of discombobulated, these strings come in. So now it's just filling up your body. They're higher in frequencies, and oftentimes these high frequencies, I think they can give a certain effect like on your brain or something. So you're really just getting enveloped here. And as you're swirling around and Frank's just like crying and stuff, then this ping sound starts to enter in the game. So now, I mean, from like a mix or music or whatever perspective, at this point in the track, I feel like you're kind of just like floating. Again, you're in that void, the space. It's actually a really cool way to set up the introduction of new things, because if you're the producer or whatever, you're like, yo, I've got this listener. Like they don't know what's going on. So you kind of, I feel like in a way you've given yourself this license to do whatever, which is sweet. And so at this point, you're going to get this like ping sound. It reminds me of like some old like submarine sound. And then these guitars, there's two of them, I think, coming in, playing these scraggly, weird little melodies that harmonize on each other. In addition to this 1, 2, 3, 4, this consistent beat. And basically just like volumerize those things in. Because, again, you're floating here, so you're just like, I don't know what's happening. And then now this just starts coming in, and you're just like, oh, shit, I guess that's what's happening. And this beat does help give you a little bit of consistency. And then the ping drops. The guitars get a little more dry. You start, getting a nice, consistent drum beat, which I feel like does a really good job of saying, yo, like, we're floating back down to earth. It's all going to be fine. Don't worry about it. And then you get this little splintering off of the guitar. And then we're going to get just like a very relaxed. This track is so good, right? Now this beat is so relaxed. Like, they're just fucking with you. Like, they were just like, yo, get blasted into the abyss. Hear all these crazy, like, kind of sad, just intense vocals. Then these fucking guitars that are just, they're kind of weird melodies. They're just, they're a little like crazy. They're a little like, whoa, bad dreams. What's happening here? And then they're just going to be like, I love you. It's okay. So many feelings. I'm just one person. So, all right. So let's just listen to that section. Then we'll talk about this. But let's just listen to this whole thing. Okay, finally. Let's go into this part. Let's get that sample up here. All right, it's simple. Kick, snare, hat. There's a little open hat. There's a little beep beep. Goes higher here. And I don't know. This might be a sample. This might be someone playing. But okay, let's just listen for a bit. I've been talking forever. Remember those kicks reverse. This beat's going to keep playing. Frank's going to come in and sing. I think we're going to get some bass. Get some bass coming in. A little more straightforward.
Every night fucks every day up. Every day patches the night up. On God, you should match it, it's that KO. No white lighters till I fuck my 28th up. 1998, my family had the Acura. Oh, the legend. Kept at least 6 discs and a changer. Back when Boswell and Percy had it active. Couple bishops in the city building mansions. Oh, the Reverend. Preaching self-made millionaire status. When we could only eat at Shoney's on occasion. After Trina hit, I had to transfer campus. Your apartment I didn't use since where I waited. Staying with you when I didn't have an address. Fucking on you when I didn't own a mattress.
I hate to pause this, I'm sorry. So we have this 2-bar loop going. We have the introduction of the Frank singing in this high register.
Every night fucks every day up.
Just solid. I do want to note on these background vocals, I touched about this earlier. Like on our last more pop video we did was Billie Eilish, Bad Guy. Still a cool song, but like those harmonies are very exact. The usage of vocals that aren't the primary vocal in that song are very much just harmonizing directly with the vocals, like the main vocal melody, which is cool. But I just feel like these are more like nonchalant. These background vocals, they happen, like they're not really even matching up all the way with whatever's being said.
Patches the night up. On God.
Night, come along. I mean that is a nice little call and response there.
Patches the night up. On God.
Like you get some words here, a space, then words filling in.
No white lighters till I fuck my 28th up. 1998, my family had the Acura. Oh, the legend. Kept at least.
Like, okay, so the words, the background vocals are generally coming in when there's a space, but they're also just like not always. Like
the legend. Kept.
Like you can hear like a little here. Like you can hear some other like little words being used.
The legend. Kept at least 6 discs.
Basically what I'm saying is like if you're programming your own background vocals or singing or whatever, maybe like use this as a reference. You don't have to always be super exact with things.
Kept.
Then, you know, to keep the beat interesting, we're going to add some bass.
Kept at least 6 discs and a changer. Back when Boswell and Percy had it active. Couple bishops in the city building mansions. Oh, the Reverend. Preaching self-made millionaire status. When we could only eat at Shoney's.
Okay, especially here, he just starts going, nah. It's really beautiful. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know if this is how they've done it. I've in my own production I've done some similar things where if you have like a nice vocal line, you just feel it out in the back and you just start saying shit. And don't worry if the words mess over each other at all. I mean, of course, because of how it's mixed, this very much does stay in the background, but like I said, I just love how these background vocals are just kind of they're just cruising in the back, adding some vibe, but just being out of the way, and it's just cool.
Self-made millionaire status. When we could only eat at Shoney's on occasion. After Trina hit, I had to transfer campus. Your apartment I didn't use since where I waited. Staying with you when I didn't have an address. Fucking on you when I didn't know.
Keep the beat interesting. Notice how these chords, this like chord section, we're now getting this little do-do-do.
With you when I didn't have an address. Fucking.
It's not over here.
Trina hit, I had to transfer campus.
But yeah. Like especially right here, you can hear him start to actually copy in the background vocal. You can hear him start to copy this main vocal line.
Fucking on the way to make it out of Texas.
Fucking on the way to make it out of... He almost sounds like he's exasperated.
To make it out of Texas every night.
Dropping baby up at home before my night shit. Yeah. You know I can hear none of that. Spend the night shit. My yacht shit. Wanna see Nirvana, but don't wanna die. Yeah. Wanna feel it on it. Could you come by? Fuck with me at the my shit. You know them boys wanna see me bump down. Wanna see me bump down. Trip status every day shit. Shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation. Rolling marijuana, that's a cheap vacation. Every day shit, every night shit, every day shit, every day shit, every day shit, every day shit, every night shit.
The way that we get the return of the shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation. Roll the marijuana, that's a cheap vacation. I love how he hits us with that line, the cheap vacation line, in a whole new context. It's just really good. I'm feeling very emotional right now. But basically, this track is it's just freaking brilliant. This is one of those tracks when people are like, yeah, Frank's okay, he's fine. I'm like, have you listened to Nights? And if I'm being totally honest, I liked Blonde. I didn't like lose my shit to it, but this track is fucking great. And let's look how like fucking ambitious this is. Just look at that. Look at that. And that's just there's probably way more tracks in the actual project file. There's probably shit tons because of all these background vocals and stuff. But yeah, this track, I put it into 4 parts. In my opinion, this might be my favorite Frank Ocean song. I don't know what just happened there. It might be my favorite Frank Ocean song. It's this or Pyramids. I feel like it's just... A lot of the songs to me that stick out tend to be these grandiose, epic tracks. You know, you talk about... There's like, Bohemian Rhapsody or whatever. And then Stairway to Heaven, Pyramids, Nights... Hummer by Smashing Pumpkins is really good. If you like this track, check that one out. But yeah, they're just these crazy, like, ambitious tracks that, and just particularly for Nights, I feel like it just explores a lot of different emotions in just 5 minutes. It's only like 5 minutes long. And we just get a lot to work with here. Thank you to Frank Ocean and the whole squad who built this track. It's just it's inspiring. It makes me and hopefully others want to step up their game, make better stuff, because this is just crazy. And yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you did. If you're just like a casual fan, hopefully this helped you, maybe appreciate a song you like a little bit more. If you're a music producer, hopefully this motivates you to, motivates me to really try and experiment more and just try and up my game, because this track's just wild. And yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Have a good day. Bye bye.